Hello guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Kensthetic with the Kensthetics, and I'm here with you guys today with a new video. So in today's video, I am about to slay my face with you guys on camera as I speak to you guys about my self-love journey. So I want to speak to you guys about how I determined I wanted to go on one, how it started, how it's going. This will probably be like a part one of a series of me just chatting with you guys about how I'm feeling about myself, about how I am progressing along my journey. So if you guys are interested, then go ahead and keep on watching. Before we get started, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that red subscribe button down below because we're doing lit things over here, period. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it, and drop a comment down below with your thoughts, comments, questions, opinions, anything that's on your mind. Leave it down below, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So in this video, I really want to focus on me speaking to you guys. So I will link all of the items that I am using down below in the order that I'm using them, so that you guys can follow along in case you guys want to, want more details on what I'm doing to snatch this face. Also, I recently uploaded a updated everyday makeup routine video. So I'm basically doing the same exact beat, but I'm just gonna change up a few things. So yeah, if you guys want to see it in more detail, check out that video. I'll link it up above and down below. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm gonna do is take this headscarf down. I literally woke up, showered, did my morning skincare routine, and now we here. And let me go ahead and tie my hair up just so that it's out of the way. So this is a face. As you guys can see, I do have acne prone skin. In case you guys are new to my YouTube channel, I have acne prone skin, I have textured skin. So yeah, but let's go ahead and hop right into it. Let me go ahead and moisturize these lips so they well prepared for this discussion that we're about to have. My self-love journey was, I'm not going to say was, because it's a journey. So it's something that really has no destination, which is why I refer to my skin as my acne journey. Because even though my skin clears up, even though I notice progress in my skin, it's not an end all be all. Like, I'm never going to stop taking care of my skin. It's a continuous thing. So the same thing with like self-love, with building my confidence, with all of that. So the first thing that I want to do is define what I believe self-love is. To me, self-love is just the action of loving yourself, of being confident in yourself, and being just comfortable in your skin, where no matter what nobody's saying, you know that you are that girl, you know that you are that boy, and no one can take that away from you. That is what I define self-love as. And my self-love journey has been very interesting. So I would date my self-love, well, the inception of my self-love journey back to 2018. And at that time, I was dealing with someone, and I don't want this to be a trigger for anyone, so I'm just going to speak about this very quickly. If you want more details on it, you can do your own research. But I believe that I was in I haven't spoke to a psychologist or therapist or anything about it, but I believe that I was in a narcissistically abusive relationship situation. Once again, I don't want this to be a trigger for anyone, so if you want to learn more about it, you can do your own research on it. But yeah, so I was dealing with someone, and I felt like at that time dealing with that person, like I put my all into them, and I wasn't putting my all into myself, which was what I believe was let me choking on a setting powder. What I believe was like my major downfall. So yeah, ended things with that person, and I started focusing on myself. So with me, one thing that I noticed, and one thing that really got to me, was that I didn't feel comfortable and I didn't feel beautiful like in my skin, if that made sense. I was more so looking for validation from other people to say like, you look so nice, like your hair is so nice, your outfit is so nice, or just external things. And I feel like for me, it took away the focus of me being beautiful from the inside out, if that makes sense. Because one thing about me, the way that I was raised, is that I have a beautiful heart, right? I do nice things. I don't mind doing nice things. And I feel like dealing with that person, like it kind of took that away from me, or didn't highlight it as much, because everything was an external compliment, right? It was, oh, your hair looks nice. Oh, your outfit looks nice. Oh, this, oh, that. But it was never like, I like the way you make me feel. I like the way that you did this for me. Or I like the way that you responded to this. You know what I'm saying? So that was one thing that I noticed afterwards. I'm like, I didn't really focus on that. So once I started like focusing on myself and what you can say, initiating my self-love journey, that was one thing I really wanted to focus on, right? I wanted to make sure that no matter how I was feeling, what mood I was in, I always wanted to make sure that I felt good, like that I was doing good and not just looking good. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a common misconception with social media nowadays. It's like, oh, you have to look good, and once you look good, you are good. And a lot of people, you'd be surprised, who are on social media, and we see it like time and time again, of people coming out with like, you know, a mental illness, or saying like, you know, they're depressed or whatever the case is, because people just think that they're good because they look good. And then when they come out and say these things, everyone is shocked. And to me, it's like, what are we really shocked about? Because social media is not a representation of how someone is doing at all. Social media is us posting pretty pictures, us posting beautiful quotes, and you could be posting all of this stuff and it could mean nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? So I do not measure social media as how someone is doing. When I ask you how you're doing and you respond to me, that is how I validate how you're doing, right? So when I started my self-love journey, my objective at the time was to feel beautiful with my natural self, like with my natural skin. You guys know that I've been on an acne journey. With my natural hair, my hair has came such a long way, and I actually want to do a video about it once I take these butterfly locks out of my hair journey, because I never really shared it with you guys, but it's time, girl, it's time. So yeah, my objective at first was just to feel beautiful with no makeup, with no wig, with no nothing, like just to really embrace my beauty. And from there, I felt like with me getting there, I would enhance other things about myself or build myself back up from that situation that I was dealing with. So one thing that I did was I colored my hair. As you guys may or may not know, I had blonde hair for a period of time. And with me having blonde hair, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to take care of my natural hair more. I'm going to wear my natural hair more. And even though that did happen, I don't want to say I regret it, because I don't regret anything in life. But I just wish that I didn't color my hair for that reason. I wish I colored my hair because I really wanted to color my hair, not just because it would, you know, like encourage me to wear my natural hair more. So that was one thing that I did, right? I was like, oh, colored hair, I'm gonna wear it out. The second thing that I did was start getting some type of structure in my life, right? So we go through our day-to-day activity, and most of the time, like, we have no guidance, like we have no direction. We're just doing things to do it, right? We went to college, we had tests, we had assignments, and we just did it because we know we had to do it. We graduated college because we know we had to do it. We started a full-time job because we know we had to do it. But besides that, I feel like our life doesn't really have any structure unless we call for it, right? So unless you take a leap of faith and you jump into like entrepreneurship or motherhood or something where you don't really have any structure, no one is telling you what to do, no one is telling you when your assignments to do, nobody's telling you how to do them. Unless you get to that point, your life is forever going to be like structured, if that makes sense. So to me, I was, you know, working 9 to 5, but I wanted more of a challenge, right? I wanted to do something more that made me happy and that challenged that whole idea of having structure in your life. So that was also one of the reasons why I started my personal brand, Kensthetic. And I started my YouTube channel. I started like taking Instagram more seriously. Started taking like working with brands more seriously. And with that, it's been a challenge, and it still is a challenge, because I do work a 9 to 5 job. So obviously I work 9 to 5, and then I still upload videos on YouTube. I still post pictures on Instagram. I still have to check my personal emails each day. I still have to communicate with brands who, you know, want to work with me, brands who owe me money, brands who do this. Like, I still have to communicate with them. I am a one-man brand, okay? I don't have an assistant. I don't have a manager. I don't have any of that, right? So I still have to do all of these things on top of having a 9 to 5 job. And with that, it challenged me to implement routines into like my self-love journey, right? And you guys may be thinking like, you were just speaking about work. What does that have to do with self-love? And to me, I feel like one thing that contributes to my self-love is the idea and just the feeling of getting things done, right? So we make time for what we want to make time for. So with all of those things I just listed, you guys may be like, And a lot of people do still think, how do you work out if you do all of these things? How do you do this if you still do all of these things? And to me, my biggest thing is having a routine and having like a set schedule of what I need to do and when I need to do it. So another thing that contributed, or another factor of my self-love journey, is to feel comfortable and to love the body that I'm in. So one of my biggest insecurities, once again, was my body. Like, if y'all knew me 2-3 years ago, even a year ago maybe, your girl was shaped like a box. I was straight refrigerator, box, a rectangle. What else is straight? This bottle of shampoo, me. So with me, I wanted to not only have a healthier life, but also want to look good. Like, I wanted a little curve, I wanted a little glute, you know what I'm saying? And I knew that with me working out, I could accomplish those things. So I started taking my fitness journey more seriously, you can say, and sharing it with you guys. So if you guys watch my YouTube videos, I have a whole playlist on my fitness journey. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I share like my workouts and my workout motivation in my Instagram stories. But that was something else that contributed to my self-love, was just taking my fitness journey more seriously, because not only does working out make me look good, but also makes me feel good. And I didn't notice that until I started taking my fitness journey more seriously and just saying, like, you know, I'm doing this because I want to do it. I'm not doing it for anyone else but myself, which is a major key that I also found helpful on my self-love journey. Is you're doing all of these things because you want to do them. You're not doing them to please anyone else. You're not doing them for the benefit of anyone else besides yourself. If it benefits other people along the way, cool, but you're doing it primarily for yourself. And when you get to that point, it just feels so fucking good, because it's just like, I'm not waiting for validation from anyone else. I'm not waiting for anyone to tell me, like, good job. I'm not waiting for anyone to tell me, like you bodied that. I'm telling myself those things. And when I tell myself those things, that's the measure of excellence. That's the measure of success in these things that I am trying to achieve. So with me taking my fitness journey more seriously, that's what really called for me to have a routine in my life, to wake up early so that I can wake up before work, because after work it's over. I am not working out. I don't have the time to work out. So I started waking up early in order to work out. And with me waking up early, it made me realize, like, you thought you didn't have enough hours in the day because you were waking up at 8:59 to start working 9 o'clock, sis. So that's why you felt like you didn't have enough time to do all of the things you wanted to do. So even if some days I may not wake up early to work out, I'm still waking up early just because I know that I can use that time to do other things. So I can wake up early and I can read a book. Like, if I'm on my period and my cramps are really bad and I'm like, sis, you can't work out today, I'm reading a book early in the morning. But I'm still waking up early and getting something that I want to do done, because I know that I have the time in the day now that I started waking up earlier throughout the week, you know? So yeah, I started implementing routines. And when I tell you guys that routines are just so important, and a lot of people take it for granted, they're just like, oh, like, you know, I just do this, I just brush my teeth, I just wash my face. No, when you have a routine, I just feel like it just puts everything into perspective of, I don't know, it just feels good. Comment and let me know if you guys know what I'm talking about. But having a routine just really, it just really, like, I don't know, it just does something to me. Routines, schedules, to-do lists, all of those things just do things to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to describe it, but it just does it for me, okay? So yeah, I started implementing routines into my life, and I feel like that assisted with my self-love journey, because it showed me, like, you have time to love yourself. You have time to do the things that you need to do in order to love yourself. So if you're struggling with self-love, or you're starting your journey, start slow. Start implementing routines, even if it's just like an oral routine, even if it's just a skincare routine, a nighttime routine, a morning routine, just somewhere in some place where you have structure in doing something for yourself and just practicing self-love on a daily. It doesn't have to be anything big. Like, certain things some people don't really have the time to do, like washing their face every day, or like taking a bath. Just simple things. You'd be surprised. You probably like, girl, bath? Like, I take a bath maybe like once every 2 months.
Editing Kendra here. So I'm editing and I'm listening to what I'm saying, and I realize it could be interpreted in another way. So when I say that I take a bath once every 2 months, I mean like a nice relaxing bubble bath with candles lit, vibes and all of that. Not shower. I shower twice a day. Y'all know I do not play that. So I just wanted to say that to clarify for anyone who's new to my channel, or may have thought that sounded funny, because when I was watching it back, I'm like, it do sound funny, but it ain't that. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify real quick.
So it's just little things that really mean a lot, and you wouldn't realize until you actually do it, if that makes sense. The next thing, which I kind of spoke on already, is identifying your insecurities and working on them. So as I mentioned, my hair was an insecurity, my skin was an insecurity. They still are. My body, my teeth, which I spoke to you guys about on my oral routine video that I actually uploaded on Monday. What else? I had insecurities, and they were insecurities that the person I was dealing with would point out, but at the same time, after I got over that situation, it was still bothering me. So I knew that it was a true insecurity that I had, and not an insecurity because someone else was pointing it out to me, if that makes sense. So yes, I identified my insecurities and I started working on them, right? So my hair, I told you guys what I did. My skin, I showed you guys step by step what I did in my fitness. I share that time and time again. And just because I'm working on these insecurities, it doesn't mean that they're completely gone. I don't think that they can ever be gone. They'll get better, but it won't be like, oh my God, like it's perfect. I mean, it could get to that point, but I love the beauty of working on things, if that makes sense. So yes, if you are on a self-love journey, identify your insecurities, figure out what you have to do to work on them, and get the work going. Don't just sit there and talk about it. Don't just journal about it. Don't just write it down. Put action into place and make sure that you're actively working on these insecurities. The next thing is setting goals. So with everything, I showed you guys back in January when I did my vision board for this year. I set goals for myself, and not only did I set goals for myself, but I also set kind of timelines of when I would like those goals to be accomplished, right? So with setting goals for yourself, one, for me, I feel like it gives me less anxiety because I know okay, you have 4 months to get this done versus it has to get done today, if that makes sense. So I would say set goals for yourself. Check in on your goals. If you struggle with goals, get an accountability partner. Someone who will check up on you and tell you the truth and tell you you're doing good, or tell you you're slacking in this area, you need to pick up. Somebody who is actually going to check in on you and not just say is it accomplished, but do you need help with it? Where are you along the journey? How do you feel like you're doing? Someone you can actually discuss these things with. And make sure it's someone who's actually interested and invested in whatever the goal is. Because for instance, if I need an accountability partner for my YouTube channel, I'm not going to ask someone who doesn't even care about me, my whole social media presence, if that makes sense. I'm gonna ask one of my friends who probably also have a YouTube channel, one of my friends who is into YouTube, watches YouTube videos, watches my YouTube videos, but just make sure whoever the accountability partner is, that they make sense, right? Not my phone going on. But yeah, just make sure that it makes sense, whoever that partner is. Set goals for yourself, check in on them. The next thing is defining what happiness is to you. And I feel like all of the things we just discussed kind of goes into that. So figure out what is going to make you happy. Is making you happy having your own space? Is it going for a walk once a day? Is it hanging out with your friends? Is it going out for a drink? Is it, figure out what it is. And when you figure out what it is that makes you happy, that'll give you more of a spark to work on those goals, to establish those routines, to go out and just do what it is that you love and what makes you happy and what is going to make you love yourself even more. The next thing, which was my major area that I had to work on, was prioritizing myself. So often we pour so much into other people, we check in so much into other people, and we forget that we cannot pour from an empty glass. We cannot pour from an empty glass. So if we're not doing good, how can we really make sure that somebody else is doing good? How can we really help someone else do good if we're not even doing good for ourselves? Quick intermission for me to do these brows real quick. So the brows are on, and let's continue the discussion, okay? So the last gem that I dropped was that you cannot pour from an empty glass. So if you are not prioritizing yourself, you are not going to do an effective job or an efficient job pouring into other people. You're going to do it just because you feel like you have to do it, and you're not doing it because you want to do it, if that makes sense. So yes, make sure you are prioritizing yourself, prioritizing your happiness. And that's also a journey along the journey, right? So with prioritizing myself, I struggle with that because I dealt with emotional blackmail and so many other things where it was just like, I'm putting myself first for what? When this person is asking for so much from me, when this person is asking for my emotional, my mental, my physical assistance or well-being, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, make sure you prioritize yourself. It's a journey along the journey. It's not something that's going to happen tomorrow. Take baby steps, right? When it's time for your friends to ask if you want to go out, but you know that you're doing something for yourself, prioritize yourself. Let them know, like, no, I need to stay inside because I need to get this homework assignment done. Or no, I need to stay inside because I'm just taking care of myself tonight. Or just, no, I don't want to go outside. You don't even owe anyone an explanation. That's the amazing part about life. You do not owe not one person an explanation about decisions that you make, because it's your life, your decision, and your time. It's you. You don't owe anyone an explanation but yourself, okay? So the next point is developing healthy habits. So as we probably heard before, it takes 21 days to establish a habit. So even if it's something such as drinking 8 bottles of water a day, that's something that you have to work towards. It's not something that, I mean, it's something you could work on in like a day or two, but for the average person, it's going to take you a while. It's going to take you a while because the body is just not ready to take in 8 bottles of water after you've been given a half a bottle of water for your whole life. You know what I'm saying? So work on healthy habits. Understand that habits are not things that are going to happen overnight. None of these things are actually going to happen overnight. And if they do, then kudos to you. But I know for me, none of these things happen overnight. So I wanted to share this with you guys so that if you guys are experiencing the same thing, you don't feel rushed, you don't feel pressured. You are not owing this to anyone but yourself, right? So it's no, this has to be done by this has to be delivered to this person. The only thing you're delivering to is you, yourself, your mind, your body, your soul. So don't ever feel like you have to rush or you need to get this done by them. Take your time. Fall in love with the journey. And when you fall in love with the journey, it's not even going to feel like a journey anymore. It's just going to feel like fun. It's just going to feel like you're spending time with yourself and you're giving things to yourself and you're showering yourself with love, with blessings, with so many other things. So take your time. Remember that you're doing this for you. And yeah, when you feel like that girl or that boy, that's when you become that girl or that boy. So remember that. Kensthetic told you first, or maybe second. But yeah, I just wanted to share these tips, my journey so far, this video with you all, so that if you guys are on a self-love journey, if you guys aren't on a self-love journey and you watch this video and you like, these are good points and let me start working on myself, then I just wanted to be inspiration for at least one person. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish my face. I am getting ready right now to go to an event. The event I'm going to today is actually my friend Fanta's event. It's her Slay Academy. I spoke at it 2 years ago. I was like the natural hair booth specialist. I don't know what to call it. But yeah, I share tips about hair porosity and teaching the attendees how they can figure out their hair porosity and what the importance of it is. And I actually have a video about that on my YouTube channel, which was inspired by me speaking at that event. So I'll go ahead and link it up above and down below. But yeah, I'm just attending today and I'm really happy for Fanta. So Fanta, if you're watching this, I'm proud of you. Just seeing her work on this from the ground up has just been amazing, and just seeing her consistency through it all, no matter what's going on in her life. She made sure that she always gives her all to Melanin Moy. So first of all, if you're not following Melanin Moy, make sure you guys follow Melanin Moy. It's just a platform where they share tips on like black excellence, black beauty, black lifestyle, black fashion. It's just an amazing platform, so make sure you guys follow. And yeah, so I'm just doing a little beat. I still don't know what I'm putting on, which is why I'm just doing a basic beat. I do want to do like a pop of color on my lip, so we'll see how that go. And I'm also using a different highlighter today. I brought back out my champagne pop from Becca because my Anastasia Beverly Hills is still packed from when I went to Bahamas. So, yeah, this is my face. Let me go ahead and send. And it's currently 11:30 and I'm supposed to be ready by 12:15, and I still have to record another video after this because I'm getting a chemical peel tomorrow, so I'm going to be out of commission for a little while. So I just want to have my videos ready, so the next video isn't going to take too long, so I'm not really too pressed. But yeah, I really wanted to get this video done because I was laying down last night and it just came to me, and I feel like when things come to me, I need to just start sharing it or getting it off my mind, off my chest, off of my tongue. So that's why I was like, let me do my makeup as I'm getting ready today, because I don't even do makeup often. Like, I did my makeup 2 days in a row, yesterday and today. So it's a very big thing. Yesterday I went to my friend Kiani. She had a 13th birthday party for her son, so I went to that. And then today I'm going to this event. But this is a very rare side of me doing my makeup back to back, because first of all, I mainly only do my makeup for my videos, like if I'm doing a content day. So I usually don't go anywhere when I do my makeup, but I'm doing my makeup 2 days in a row, and I'm actually going somewhere. Like, who is she? Who is she? She's me. So let me go ahead and grab a lippy, and oh, I gotta set my brows, girl. Let me pick a lip. I'll be back. So this is the finished look. For my lippy, I put on my chestnut lip liner from MAC Cosmetics and my Playmate liquid lipstick from the Lip Bar, black owns. And this is the little lip combo. So I am going to go ahead and get dressed and head out now before I am late. So I just really wanted to thank you guys for tuning into today's upload and watching it all the way until the end. If you guys made it to this point, thank you guys so much for your continuous support. Thank you guys for listening to me. Thank you guys for relating to me. Thank you guys for all of your support always. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Are you on a self-love journey? Are you planning on starting one? What are some key points that you've learned so far along your journey? Comment down below and let's start a discussion. And make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if I didn't say that already. And yeah, until my next video, I'll see you guys later.